I want to say thank you guys for coming in, watching, sharing, subscribes. Appreciate you, the new subscribers. Few announcements. Tomorrow I'm going to be making a special video about Mercury retrograde. If you have so many questions, you can ask about it. Particularly, this is going to be some very kind of like intense energies. We're going to feel it. But it's also is going to be a very healthy because that's going to be huge revaluations, huge revisions within ourselves. The energies today is going to be some more interesting, particularly that as the moon it's going to be passing into the north node, we are going to be seeing the oppositions from Mars within the south node. And that is going to be this trigger about between what the intuition tells you about the new life, but have you been processed yet the old life? So this is going to be some trigger a chain of events within the retrograde season in there, because we are going to have some pretty soon. We're going to start having a lot more retrograde energies. We're going to see it in about 5 days as Mercury is going to be retrograde. That is why I'm making this video. And that is going to be falling within Leo. That is about this times when you're going to feel like you have to rebuild your new self. But the new rebuilding of a new self has to face the old one. It's going to be falling off within that energy is going to be comes out. It's going to come in too strong. Some of the past that is going to come out is going to be really, in a way, it's going to be triggered deeply. There's going to be some energies that you're going to see on the surface, but there's going to be some undercurrent energies that are going to come down in there, and they're going to beginning to affecting you. First of all, they're going to be affecting you on a top level in there, and the second of all is going to be affecting you more on the subconscious levels as an energies to trigger long forgotten things that you bury deep within your subconscious in there, as the internal warrior inside of you, which is that what Mars is representing as an energy in there. That is going to beginning to have that moment of what happened in the past. That can trigger certain things similar to PTSD. That can trigger something like what happened, what I did, and so on. This is going to be deep revaluations of self. But as a Mercury is going to be a retrograde, that is going to send us back. So please be careful. What are you saying? What are you preparing? Don't prepare any contracts. Don't create any new contracts. Don't create anything new, because as Mercury is going to come back in there, there's going to be some required deep revaluations in there within oneself. And then we have to face it again, the same thing that we are doing it now. So try to stay away from commitments, from any kind of like a premature actions in there. We're going to talk more about that video in there. Hi, Chris. What is this? This is a energy report based on astrology and effects in ourselves. Hi, Johan. Thank you for coming in. Torian, thank you for coming in. So, to begin with the report today, it's going to be some interesting moments, because at 7 o'clock in the morning we are going to have. Hi, Vegas. Thank you for coming in. So to begin with this, in the moment of that, we are going to see this particular energy that we are going to be seeing. The moon, it's going to be approaching the north node. You're going to be feeling like I have to go towards my new life, my new creations. I have to take a new way of thinking in there. And from this new way of thinking, with that, we're going to see is about that love. That is going to be following from yesterday's energy. If you haven't watched the yesterday report, is going to be coming into you. Saud Khan, where did you learn it from? I study astrology for pretty much over 20 years in there, and I had it as a hobby, but you know, it is what it is. It becomes a profession. All right, so here is what happens. About it before about this in there. So this is what is going to be more with this. Can't hear you. Is any problem with audio? Let me know. All right, so here what is going to go on in there at 8 o'clock. The energy is going to be a little bit more calmed down. That energy is going to be follow up at 9 o'clock with seeking it more deeply with you. That's going to be more focused with Saturn and Neptune. Saturn and Neptune right now, those two guys, they are both retrograde. They are already kind of like wherever you're going, that's not the road the way it is. There is something is not finished. What is not finished? Is not finished. The mental processing in here is what you want, what you need. It is not what it is. Are you going in the right directions? What is going forward and what is going back? And since the moon is going to coming out in there and she's going to be moving into areas, a lot of you is going to be like, I need to let go of the old people with all this, with all that, and so on and so on, and keep going forward. Well, you're going to meet another person, and if you haven't finished your inner work, guess what's going to happen? You're going to end up in the same place, and then you're going to end up in the same place. Now is the time to look at your inner warrior a little bit more within. I need to change what? The way I think, the way I process my belief system, so I can change everything around me. Okay? Because if you don't change yourself, right there, you're still going to be in the same place you are. That energy is going to come out very strong at 10 o'clock in the morning. How are we going to know about it? And here is about what this is our inner work. That is at the midheaven, that it's tied up with Venus. We see that square with Mars, who is rising in the ascendant. So we see that we are going to have this conflict, but we are processing where? With the moon and the north node, right? This is in the back of our head. We already know what this thing is. We know how that goes, right? But that energy is focused directly into Mercury. And we're going to see those divine communications from within itself of what is going to be for us as a soul, as evolution. How are we going to be? Okay, don't put so much seriousness in there, but you have to be balanced. Okay, don't judge and don't misjudge things, because those things, as they're going to be coming in, and particularly in the next hour at 11 o'clock, we are going to see a lot of this duality comes in within our the good, the bad, the positive, the negative, and so on and so on. All this, what it's going to happen is it's going to be help you to determine illusions, disillusions, proper situations within you about you, not about other people. Okay, it's about you. Okay, because those are the personal planets, those are the personal situations. All right, the next hour we are going to be looking at the growth. That is going to be at midday, at 12 o'clock. We're going to be seeing that energy is going to be calling for Jupiter. And Jupiter right now, it is squaring Saturn, Neptune. Basically says like, sorry, You can't go that way. There is a square, right? Slamming the brakes. There is something that is going on, is not what it is. There is something that needs to be done, is not done. What it is, what it is, what is the area, what is the concern, what I need to grow. Why? Who is responsible for the growth? What you telling yourself to your ego? What I can and cannot do, right? Mercury. How you processing that energy? So it's gonna be going on through the authority at 1 o'clock. You're gonna be seeing it through the sun. How's your energy in there is gonna be affecting you. Those moments is gonna coming out to you like, okay, I need to go and sit down with myself. And when I look at it, I'm gonna need to sit down with myself. Later on, it's gonna be coming in at about 3 o'clock. That energy is gonna come out and it's gonna come in straight directly towards you. And it's gonna be like, here is what the future I want. So with the future you want, you have to do something today. But you cannot go today's energies if you still hold on to the past. And this is what is important to talk to this inspiration, self-inspiration from within yourself. You know yourself, what you need to tell, I like this, I want this, I want to get there, I want to have these things and so on. But what you are going to do, okay? Most of the people, they're going to be connecting within their inner self, but there's going to be some fights within your masculine and the feminine energies as the Mars and Venus are squaring to each other, and particularly that energy is going to be evolved the south and the north node. For some of the people, this is going to be like, I need to pass off, I need to skip this, I need to move out, I need to this, and so on, because it's more easy. But what is the warrior within you? Can the warrior overcome his own fears, his own situations? That energy actually is going to come out pretty strong. Talking about 5 o'clock, and hear how the astrologers knows. Okay. Here what we are seeing it in the inner work, that it's in Virgo and Mars in the south node, and it's going to be opposing the north node and the moon, right? Pretty straightforward energies, as we see in the ascendant of Scorpio. It is opposing Uranus. Now, certain things, certain changes, it could be a lot of involvement within this. But to look at it, the amount of the inner work that we have to do up here, particularly with Mars, the warrior, in there within ourselves, is going to be triggers the process and of the thinking of receiving what you want to receive. So basically, when you look the astrology, here is what you do. Here in descendant is when you actually finish that work and a process that comes in, and then you bring it everything where in the fourth house. Here is where you receive everything. Here it's the bottom of the chart. Okay? So you see the things, you do the things, you reflect after you did the work on it, and you bring everything home. So when you see this and understand this within yourself, it's more easier to kind of like processing your own reflections. All right. 6 o'clock energy is going to be more connecting with Jupiter. You also, the ascendant is going to be opposing Venus. Be mindful about your love affections. If you don't know how to love yourself, how would you love others? If you don't forgive yourself, how would you forgive others? This is going to be a lot of these energies of the duality in there. And later on, we are going to be seeing some more even challenges within ourselves. But the authority is going to be looking to the divine expression. So how the others did, what is the spirituality, or what is the religion says, or anything that is in there within that sort of things that comes in within you, depends on what your belief system is. And you are going to be, your mind is going to be focused of what I have at home. what I have at home is going to come out with that moon that is going to be down below. She's ready to see I have to have this new beginning. But the process is realizing is I have to have a new what? New power within me. And you cannot have a new power because the old power is draining you out. Your old self is draining you out. Your old things in there. But when you're getting into the new energies that comes in underneath the surface, right? In there during all this process of revaluations, you're gonna get excited because some of the new things is gonna be start giving what? Fruits. And then that little by little that is going to be able to kind of like emerging out it. It can get out of this cocoon and you becoming a butterfly, but you have to be in this moment of this cocoon, this hermit mode, Virgo, right? In there, and that's what the warrior is going to be doing, because you may like yourself as a larva to be, but you need to understand your life is going to be continue when you're going and create this cocoon to turn into something beautiful. And this, it is a path of your soul evolution, right? So later on, those energies going to be turning very well. Particularly, I'm talking about 9 o'clock is going to be a lot of shadow works done based out of the truth. It is going to be an amazing. I mean, if it's something you're going to be excited about, that it is about that inner work that it's going to be between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. Here, very beautiful. This is with the true Lilith. You're getting all this energy, a very powerful synchronizations. Everything is going to start falling in its place, but it's telling you what you need to resolve. Okay? And it's telling you everything. The ascendant is going to be in a very beautiful place with Capricorn. That is about what I have to do with others. That energy is going to be just an amazing. Okay. Later on at 10 o'clock, for those who still have a lot of emotions, who still have a lot of, I mean, we as a human have a tendency to hold grudges, right? For those people who hold grudges, they haven't matured yet. And I'm suggesting you, if you holding some stuff like this, holding a grudges in there, take a look at it, the area of concerns that you need to grow. Okay, we're going to see it in the astrology, because in that moments of the astrology, the midheaven is going to be at Sagittarius right here. And we're seeing it that energy is squaring who? Mars. That energy, it is opposing who? A Venus, right? But here it's the green light, right? We only have to grow up from our shadow by understanding the same times of ourselves. Okay? Before understanding others, you have to understand who? You. And as we're talking about later on at 11 o'clock, there's going to be some situations that most of the people is going to feel like, I want to skip all this. I want to get off out of this. I just want to just like, you know what? I'm going to shove it underneath the rug. I'm going to get it underneath the rug. And Mercury is going to be telling you, okay, good, great, right? What is going to happen though? Here's the energy at 11 o'clock p.m. Is the inner work that it tells you you have an unfinished business here. This intensity of energy that is going to come, it is going to create a lot of internal pressure. But if you look at it, all this, we have that is going to come to you, that is going to be helping you to heal yourself. And as you're healing your soul, you're going to learn to love yourself. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. Peel off, and I will see you tomorrow.